Hello to you as well. No worries. It is not as if you were not cautious. They simply have much fear for your kind. Correct. I said your kind. I'm afraid that despite how similar our appearances may seem, we are not of the same. I'm a witch who masters in the natural aspects of energy. More commonly, you may find me called an Elven witch. No need to fear. I know it's strange. Pardon my speech is the part that makes you fearful. Oh, I misunderstood. My apologies. I understand that the way I speak is not common in this day and age. I have yet to master the common way of speech as I spend my time among the wildlife and occasionally others who are similar to I. Of course there are others similar to I. Lycanthrope, dragonkind, and a few mixes. I don't bother much to interact with those out of the, yes, the abnormal. Much thanks, but I have a question for you. Correct, a question. Have you some allergy that escaped your mind as you entered the forest? Well, your eyes are swollen. I don't mean to pry into causes, but as a main in creating solutions to common human problems, I take the opportunities given to me to find any issues those I wish to help experience. If your eyes are not swollen from allergies, what is the cause of such a thing? Crying? That's when one is faced with grief, correct? Well, the most common practice to lessen the tearfall is communication of the source of grief. If you wish to let some stress from your soul, feel free to express it to me. Your date, you were brought to grief due to a fruit? Humor, that's what that noise is meant to hint, correct? Or is it something else? Did I mess up somewhere along the line? My apologies. I wish to communicate more smoothly by morphing my speech into one Alina or Aiden would speak with. My confusion was humorous? Oh, a date as in a romantic time with a partner. But isn't that meant to be a joyous occasion? Your partner kept running off in the middle of your picnic. And when you wished to fulfill your curiosity, you followed after them and found them. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Pardon me for asking, but what do you mean by Valentine? Valentine's Day? I've heard the twins bring up such a day in their topics. I believe it was because the inability of freedom they have that day, as those they hunt tend to be more active. Correct, hunt. They are what your kind would call vampire hunters. They chase after the vampires who wish to hunt outside their code and harm your kind. Those like Alina and Aiden dedicate their life to keep such vampires from light and end them. Whether that be imprisonment or death, the hunter shall decide depending on the actions of the vampire. What I do for them? Nothing in such a major part. If anything, your interest should be more in with the dragon shifters. They work with the hunters in order to protect them from the lycanthrope. Meanwhile, I only make protection circles around their camps and occasionally a few charms to protect them from a few high-tier vampires. When I'm not assisting anyone, I will most commonly be here, feeding the wildlife. Or perhaps wandering around to find new sources to test. Here, follow me. Please do not worry. I do not wish to bring you harm. This is the little clearing I spend my nights in. Do not fear something arriving to bring us harm. I have placed plenty of protections around to keep any of those who harbor ill intention may not enter. Can you close your eyes? No, I promise I won't do anything improper to you. Thank you for trusting me. You may open them. Well, although your mood perked up as we chatted, sorrow in your soul remains, so I wish to remedy it with a better picnic than you could have ever wished for. Or, well, one better than your previous. It's not an issue, sweetheart. I do not wish for sorrow to swallow your soul, as such a beautiful person as yourself does not deserve it. Do not speak ill of your looks. Not only is your outward appearance beautiful, but the aura of your soul is sweet. I am speaking only of the truth. I am grieved by the idea of you believing my words to be false. I want you to get what you deserve out of life, sweetheart. Cruel people exist in the world, but I promise to you, if you ever wish to return to the forest, you may only seek me out, and we may go on plenty of adventures together. If sorrow takes you once again, may I be the one you ask to listen to you? I will do so. A declaration of love? My apologies, I meant nothing of the sort. You are amazing, that I am certain of, but experiencing love for another soul takes time, and I am no sort of rush to find love for anyone. My embarrassment was humorous for you? Adorable. How may my embarrassment be adorable? It was more so myself being unable to properly express myself. That is what made it adorable? I see. Anyways, we mustn't have this food go to waste. Shall we begin our picnic, sweetheart? I'm glad it was to your liking, sweetheart. And now, may I interest you in a little adventure? I have something I wish to show to you. I promise it is not that far away, but I thought it may be to your liking as well. It is my flower garden. I have an interest in any vegetation. With that, I decided to make gardens of different variants. Of course we may. Yes, if you find a flower you like, you may take it, no worries. You need something? For me? A purple iris. I was unaware you studied flowers. What does a purple iris represent? Gratitude and respect, Does this mean you do not wish to grace me with the compliment of wisdom? Correct. When dealing with patients, I never know of who studies flowers, so to avoid any incidents, I practiced it myself. No, sweetheart. Watching you shyly mumble out what the flower was meant to represent was adorable. I appreciate the gift. It was really sweet. You know, I'm quite glad that your sorrows left your soul, sweetheart. I wish to have brought some pleasant memories of this holiday. I understand you must have others waiting for you. But wait a moment. Take this book. I've enchanted plenty like it, with a similar spell to this. It's tied to a book of my own, where if you ever write something down, it's copied on my own, and vice versa. So if you ever wish to contact me but are afraid of entering the forest, just send a message and I'll promise I'll reply.